Here we go.
Now, I'm assuming, like many of you, I was very surprised to see that Moana was not only going to get a sequel, but also it was going to be coming out this year, 2024. It's rare that a movie can be in such secret as it's already been through production nowadays, simply because we have all this technology and it's very easy to spread information online. I knew there had to be something suspicious about it, because there's no way that a movie just gets announced out of the blue without there being a little bit of a but. And the condition in this case is that this movie was transitioned from a miniseries straight to Disney Plus to a feature-length film going to theaters. And immediately I'm stopped right there and alarmed at the fact that you have a movie transitioning from a series, a multi-hour long show most likely, to a less than 2-hour film. I'm already thinking, are they cramming the story? What was it that wasn't working for TV that they decided to go push it to theaters? And I think the simple fact alone was that they were missing out on a boatload of money. Because Moana 2 is going to make a buttload of money, and it will probably end up being the official cash grab of 2024. This thing reeks of straight to streaming or just straight to DVD like we used to have. That's mainly due to, one, the music being significantly worse. Probably my favorite part about the original Moana was the music. I can sing along to really almost every song. Aside from maybe one or two songs that are a bit of a miss, it's nearly banger after banger. With the sequel, Lin-Manuel Miranda did not return. His presence is sorely missing. Like him or not, he is very talented and can create some very catchy songs. I would argue that there's not a single memorable song in Moana 2, and I'm sad to say that. The big word I'm going to continue to be saying is Moana 2 is just passable. There's nothing offensively bad about it, but there's also nothing that makes it stand out or makes it memorable. And the other big point that I was alluding to is that the story just feels half-assed, low stakes, and lackluster. It's extremely watchable if that's all you care about. And I've said this before, but shouldn't we expect more out of movies, especially sequels? Don't you want something to be more than just watchable, especially for stuff that's targeting a younger audience? You want them to be challenged because, like it or not, kids like to be challenged. That's a separate conversation in and of itself, but I think that movies, especially Disney movies that draw in the biggest audiences, they should be putting out stuff that is worthwhile and worth your money especially. I think the best part about Moana 2 is the animation, which seems very small in the grand scheme of things. Alas, it is a big part in terms of the production side of it. It's excellent. It continues to just get better and better after every movie, and I'm probably going to keep saying that for the Disney movies to come. I'm really just struggling with the idea of what does Moana 2 need to exist for? Now, that's a question that you could ask for any movie. I understand that. But with specifically sequels or reboots, remakes, whatever it is, a new product that is carrying on with a bit of an older product or an IP, obviously the idea is to see what you can bring that's new to the table. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't see much of a difference in terms of Moana's character arc, which is especially the key thing. It's like, what could they do in another movie? Could they add on to Moana's arc, and what could they do that makes her a bit more of a fleshed out character? I mean, for God's sakes, do something too with Maui. And at the end of the movie, I think that there is something that's added on a little bit to her in terms of the future of her character. But the journey of Moana 2, she kind of just feels like the same person that she was in the first movie, and she hasn't really grown. That's what leads me to especially say that it feels half-assed. At first I was feeling that it was a little bit recycled, and then they do a little bit different things here and there, but just very small things. There's maybe one or two funny lines that I kind of chuckled at. It's not terrible, it's just could have been better, and it's very forgettable. Even the new characters don't really add much to the mix. They don't really stand out. They don't even really serve a purpose. That's the continuous thing that I keep thinking about. It probably seems like I'm trashing on Moana 2. I think that if you go see it with your family, you might be satisfied enough. But if you're someone like me that expects more than just being satisfied enough, then I think you're going to be disappointed. With songs that aren't memorable, a story that is lackluster, there's not much about Moana 2 that deserves a recommendation from me. I'm going to give Moana 2 a C, and if you're really interested, I would just recommend streaming it. God knows we're eventually going to get a third movie. I know we're getting a live action movie. Moana's not going anywhere. Now the question is, am I going to continue to watch? I don't know as of right now. I want to thank you so much for watching this review, and as always, look forward to more content coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.